Women of Reddit, what are some of the biggest mistakes that men do during sex? Be honest with yourself as to what you like and need. Was with a guy who needed to finish by hand, but desperately didn't want it to be that way. He would just keep going until it started to hurt me, and then feel ashamed. I have no problem you taking matters into your own hands while I help in other ways. Also, some women need to take matters into their own hands. And that's not saying you're a failure. And unless you have genuine lemon stealing WH-res, never take PRN as truth. When I tell them to keep going and I like it and they start to speed up or change their tempo. Not be willing to laugh about things that go wrong. And ripping off of clothes too fast. The best sex I ever had was with the first guy I ever loved. We honestly made out for an hour and a half before clothes even started to come off. It was messy as hell, arms getting caught. We're in mouths. Colliding with furniture etc. Because we were both inexperienced. But we were comfortable enough with each other that we were able to laugh at each incident as it came up and it was still hot as hell. A little murmur of "you're so beautiful," or even just "oh god" really gets women going. You don't have to be a god. Just make sure you touch her. Everywhere. And listen to her. Overanalyze it. Dude. It's not always going to be seeing stars and shit. Sometimes. It's a 10-minute stress releaser and that's fine. 10 minutes. What kind of sex virtuoso did you find? Not having patience to find the hole first, so you just keep jabbing all around me or while I'm guiding you. You get too anticipatory and smash my hand. Lack of communication. You could avoid all the mistakes listed here and be doing it completely wrong for your partner. Not all women want the same thing. Talk to your partner. Yeah. You like that, you f***ing retardy? When we say don't stop. Don't start speeding up. Keep doing exactly what you're doing. For FCK's sake. Lack of post-coitus snuggle. So up. Your Uber's ear. Treating the clit like they're scrubbing a pan clean. Rubbing in between the vagina and clit up and down. Rubbing against the urethra. You're giving me cystitis and it doesn't feel good. Edit. Thank you for the silver kind stranger. My clit has earned me currency without physically selling my body. They don't have sex with you. They just show you their Warhammer 40k figures. When we say I'm going to come, that does not mean stop what you're doing. When I say I'm going to come, I mean I'm at the door with the goods. When she said she's going to come, she means she sees us stop down the street and still has to park the car and get the pie from the back seat. Size plus no skills equals pain. Don't worry. I lack both. The number of men who think good sex is them pumping away without any kind of foreplay involved, then are surprised when we tell them we didn't have an orgasm is troubling. Or the foreplay involves jabbing at our nether regions with their fingers like they're trying to stuff something back inside of a box. Finger like you're digging for something trying to start a lawnmower. Where did you learn this? Please stop. Switching positions a lot. I don't want to feel like a chicken getting grilled. 1 or 2 sessions are perfect for me. No. Unless you know into it. Slobbery wet kissing. Being drooled on like a dog is a huge turn off. Again. Unless into it. They mess up my Excel sheets. Huge turn off. Just a virgin guy here taking notes. When they think they're fingering your PSSY but they're actually going ham on the crease between your labia and your thigh. It's insane how often this happens. Just a little bit to the right. Good sir. Get your shit together. Thinking that real women like what PRN actresses pretend to like. Please 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 don't forget I have boobs. Touch them at least. How does one lose the love of boobs? Please learn how to use your fingers. 1. Cut your nails. 2. Don't try to rub a hole in my clit. 3. Don't poke. It hurts. 4. Cut your damn nails. The clit isn't inside the butthole. But please don't stop. I feel like I wasn't ready to read this. Silence. This is not the occasion for a stoic demeanor. Let me know you're enjoying yourself for Chris sakes. Confusing PRN with actual SX. Just. Ugh. This has ruined many men. It's not a performance or a fantasy to be played out every damn time. Edit. I didn't mean to be confusing. I meant that in my personal heterosexual female opinion. 1. Stoic silence is a bummer in the bedroom, and 2. Unrealistic PRNO acting is also a bummer. Men. Please. Just be genuine. You don't have to be the strong silent type. And you don't have to perform gymnastics while sporting a 7-incher. Not moan or make any sounds. Edit. Obligatory. Whoa, I did not expect this comment to blow up and that it just had to be the one about SX noises. But thank you kind strangers for the silver and Santa and upvotes. I wish y'all be getting the S I talk you are viral. Edit 2. Alright, a gold. What the? Thanks again. Damn. Really puts into perspective how pitching all the auditory work shouldn't be one-sided. I hope guys are taking notes, lol. Own it. Moan it. Being upset or sulking if they can't get me off. Sometimes I ask to use a toy for a bit. Or to just stop because it's not in the cards today and now it just feels uncomfortable. Sometimes guys get insecure because what? My cock isn't good enough for you? As if their size is the problem or they're not good at SX. No. The female orgasm is just a finicky thing for many women. Many cannot get off with a partner. And just because nothing can be quite as efficient as a strong steady vibe doesn't mean we don't want real SX. When they get super rough without communication first. I don't mind it too much, but at the same time I'll like be prepared and know. Also, my boobs are attached to my chest, why do they have to be mashed and nipples pinched to pain? No. Just no. Mood is instantly killed for me. When you tell a man they're doing great, and they immediately either start going 20 your grave faster or completely switch up what they are doing, lol. Neglect the cleaning and combing of the snake's habitat. Neglect to trim fingernails. And think you can lick sensitive bits with toothpaste mouth. Mimicking what they see in PRN. Instead of following the signals their partner is giving them. When giving oral. Starting off with way too much enthusiasm. Start gently. Warm up to going hard. There's nothing worse than being excited because you know it's coming and then getting jackhammered with a tongue. Start slow. Start gentle. You can go hard after things have warmed up. But take it easy at the beginning. Maybe I don't speak for everyone. But I feel fairly confident that this is a safe blanket statement. I really cannot stress this enough. Men have read it. It is a major turn off when you are fingering us and your fingernails are long. Please. Clip them. I have been cut. Before. From long fingernails. And it really hurts. Also, it's gross when your fingernails have dirt underneath them. I will politely move a man's hand away if I see that he has gunk under his nails, out of fear of contracting a yeast infection from being fingered. Mimic what they see in PRN. PRN is a terrible teacher for how to pleasure a woman. Orgasm is not the goal. I want to play and have fun. It's probably not going to happen with you the first time or the first few times, and I won't be disappointed if I don't. The head push. We will go down on you when we are ready willing. When I say don't stop, it means keep doing exactly what you're doing. Same speed. Same angle. Same force. Etc. Not faster or harder, because if you scare off that orgasm I'm working on I will throw your ass through the f-king wall. Sometimes my man comes and then gets tired, and as he is helping finish to get me off he doesn't say anything cause he is nodding off. Guy here. I have the same issue. I pass out right after coming. So I make a point to get my partner off or damned clothes before doing anything for myself. Then I can pass the FCK out with a clear conscience. Cringe as I talk. I has a PP. If we go to some rough and dark places, I need you to be super f***ing nice to me when we're done. You cannot just roll over and go to sleep. Aftercare. 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 Please don't slap my boobs. Also a bit of foreplay. Please don't shove your dick straight in. They don't f***ing warn you before they come over your face. Real men come on their hands then throw it at her whilst yelling go web go. If your girl is giving you a BJ, for the love of God do not hold her head just to then manipulate her pacing in your favor, unless she wants likes that. Good lord. Once I come, I get super sensitive and my boyfriend knows that. But we'll keep going for like 15 minutes. Only annoying when I see him stopping and pausing from coming. Like I want you to already. For the latecomers, every comment is this. 1. If a girl is about to come, keep doing whatever you are doing without change. 2. Figure out where the hole is. Going too fast through it all and acting like they are working from a script. Trying to be some sort of ideal that a homogeneous woman in his head would like. Everyone knows that each person is different. And whatever. But being intellectually aware of it too rarely translates to actions. Just take it slow. Try different things and don't just dive into it so it feels awkward to tell you to stop. You don't need to have a big conversation or have her do a full instructional demo. Just ask along the way. How is that? Faster? Slower? Take her hands and show her what you like. You can put your hand in hers in a playful way and she can do the same. And you don't have to go into it with full on f***ing as the goal. Sometimes just giving a woman a really nice, naked full body rub, with back scratching if she likes that. This is overlooked often but a lot of people like this as much as a back rub, will drive her bananas. Go for the butt without previous discussion. Do anything kinky without previous discussion. Hit the cervix. Big peens aren't always best peens. Go straight for the penetration. Stopping the kisses. Try to go from butt to pleasure garden. The garden has a delicate ecosystem. Do not disrupt. Asking if they came. Getting pissed that they did not. Expecting it to happen every time. Not helping it happen without the use of their peen. This list was sponsored by a decade of substandard partners. Edit. Note. Not all partners were substandard. Some were good. And some were very good. Some even best what. But these were major mistakes made by past partners within said decade. Jackhammering into the cervix when they're about to finish. Ruins the rhythm. Putting too much pressure on the clit is painful. When they get whiny and sulky about condom use. OHH. You don't like condoms? Guess what? You are not a beautiful and unique snowflake. Nobody likes them. If you genuinely can't get it up with a condom, and you've actually tried to solve that problem, trying different types, masturbating with one occasionally to get your penis used to the feeling, etc. Then focus on other activities to convince me that you're a conscientious and caring SZOL partner. Stop trying to talk me into having penetrative sex without one. I'm insisting for a reason. Even though I don't like the feeling of them either. Not knowing where what the clit is, thinking sex is over when they come, instead of helping their partner a little, ignoring how her body reacts to what you do when you go down on her, like if she starts moaning more, breathing faster etc. It's probably nice to go a little bit more intense faster. That being said, it's not like women are perfect at sex either. And we of course also make mistakes. Ignoring how her body reacts to what you do when you go down on her, like if she starts moaning more, breathing faster etc. It's probably nice to go a little bit more intense faster. And let's not forget, jerking away from you means ouch. Maybe go lighter, not harder on the clit. If you get a woman to orgasm, give her the time to enjoy it. A 2-minute break while she is writhing, moaning and getting real wet down there will not kill your boner, but getting right to it in the heat of her euphoria will ruin it for her, and the next one may not be as good. Rub your clit like they are trying to remove a spot. finishing before you and saying better luck next time. Not communicating. Not paying attention to non-verbal cues. Just diving right in and not doing sufficient foreplay. Jackhammering. Taking advice from PRN. Not realizing that PRN is a fantasy. It's not real. Dirty talk that his partner just isn't into. Making the assumption that what works for the last partner he was with is going to work for the one he's with now. Springing kinks and fetishes on his partner out of the blue. Without discussing it first. Feeling entitled to sex. Or to a certain kind of partner. Or to a relationship. Not taking a minute to wash up first. Treating it as something he does to someone else. Or that someone else does to him. Instead of an experience he's sharing unequally with another human being. Being selfish. Stopping themselves from coming. You can tell it's happening. May as well let it happen and go again in a bit if you want to. When they're rubbing a urethra hard as hell and think you're bucking cause you like it. Not enough foreplay. For both parties. Put a little bit more time in my opinion. As a guy who's had this complaint thrown at me a few times. Sufficient foreplay. The pee-size gotta be super wet both inside and out, otherwise you risk perineal tears which are f-king painful for the girl. Maybe someone already commented this here and I'm also stealing it from something I saw the other day because it's so f-king true. When I say I'm about to come, it does not mean go faster. It means keep doing what you're already doing. Trying to have a full-on conversation or forcing me to look at them. If I'm not looking at you, it's not you that's the problem, it's me. I just can't look at people in my day-to-day life, let alone there. Don't be scared to go down there. But make sure you brush your tongue. This can help soften the tongue, making it much more enjoyable. Take your time with foreplay with a lady. A woman's body is like an old car on a cold morning. You gotta give her time to warm up. Nipples can definitely be a great tool to use. I think most guys overlook them. Don't just suck on them for a second. All that does, it makes them cold and it's distracting. Just take your time. Sometimes, yes, we are ready to just go, but most of the time we need some TLC in order to enjoy it just as much as you do. Punching my clit like it's an elevator button. Ding. Bizzle mail here if you want my answer. Dirty talk without knowing if the partner is into dirty talk. Seriously. There's a lot of words out that are an instant turn off. Dirty talk somewhat goes along with roleplay. Don't just start doing it. Make sure there's some agreement first. Oh yeah, you like that. You f-king retarded? 1. When I say keep doing exactly that or please don't stop. Just like that, I f-king mean it. So many of my orgasms have been halted because UFC up the rhythm. So frustrating. 2. Not making any noise to let me know you're into it. Not knowing that the clit is not like a dick. Don't just do a few licks like in PRN and think you're the best ever. Stay focused on it and keep changing directions and pressures, and women can have multiple orgasms. From a bizzled girl who has had girls come to me as guys can't make them orgasm. Asking if I've come during sex. Trust me. If you have to ask, I did not and now I'm turned off. When the guy comes first and just assumes that's the end of it. It's not just about you. Get back there and help your girl out. If they can't get it up but instead of focusing on pleasing me, they just lament over their own dick, and I have to hear this has never happened before repeatedly. When they try to put you in a different position without saying anything. I've encountered a lot of men who aren't big into foreplay. Or they barely try. Like, no dude. You gotta make sure my shitty is adequately wet. I had an ex who was fairly well endowed and would just dive in dick first. After a few weeks of that, I had a fairly wide fissure starting at my vagina and halfway down to my asshole. It got infected, and if it didn't heal right, my gyn said I would need surgery to correct it. I was told to avoid sex for 2 weeks until it could heal properly. But what did that guy do? Try and pressure me as soon as the same day. Do foreplay. Don't just ram it in there. Use lube. More importantly, what mistakes do we make before that end up not leading to sex anymore? Asking for a friend. Usually in my experience it's just smelling bad or not being kind or not seeming that interested or coming across as creepy or dangerous. Or just like not falling within the type that whoever you're seeing is into. Like I'm not going to FCK muscle guys and some other person isn't going to FCK weebs or whatever. I feel like the worst mistakes though are not asking before doing something. Like randomly touching any part of me or hugging me without asking or something along those lines. I'm the friend. Yes, my username checks out. Reflecting back on some of the bad sex of my youth. The worst, and sadly common, thing a man can do is think of sex solely as a mission to get themselves off. Only touching the woman to get her wet enough to penetrate. Then making it all about themselves and only about penetration. Then as soon as they come, sex is over. Depressingly common.